You know that feeling, right? You ask an AI a question and you get an answer that just feels a little bit weird, a little untethered from reality. Well, what if there was an AI that was built not just to be creative, but to be correct? Today, we're diving into Perplexity AI, a tool that's on a quest for something pretty rare in the AI world, an answer you can actually trust.
So here's the game plan. We're going to see if this is really a smarter way to search. Then, we'll peek under the hood to see how it actually finds its answers. We'll break down why it's called an answer engine, not a generator. And then, well, then we get to a pretty shocking discovery we made about what it costs. Finally, we'll wrap it all up and talk about what this means for the future of finding stuff out.
All right, let's kick things off with the biggest headache for pretty much every AI user out there: taming those wild AI hallucinations. You know, when the model just makes things up.
I mean, it's the most important question, isn't it? When you really need a solid fact, for a report, for school, or just to win an argument, can you bet on the answer your AI gives you? That feeling of uncertainty? That's the exact problem Perplexity AI is designed to fix.
And it's not just us saying it. When tech analyst Vineet Agarwal got his hands on Perplexity, this was his take. It wasn't just another chatbot in a slightly different package. He felt like he'd found something fundamentally new, a whole different way to get to the truth.
So what gives it that different dimension feel? Well, first off, you get a ton of control. You can literally pick which brain you want it to use. GPT-4o, Claude 3.7, you name it. But the real game changer, the thing that builds that trust, is the transparency. Every answer is just full of these little numbered citations. You see a fact, you see the source. It feels less like a conversation and more like you have a super smart research assistant who actually shows you their work.
And that feeling of trustworthiness? It's not a fluke, it's totally by design. So let's pop the hood and see what kind of engine is making this all work.
Okay, the secret sauce is a technology called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. Now, I know it sounds super technical, but the idea is actually incredibly simple. Just think of it like this. It's an AI that does its homework. Before it even thinks about giving you an answer, it goes out and finds current, relevant facts from sources it trusts. It doesn't just guess based on old data.
Here's that whole RAG thing broken down into 4 simple steps. First, it uses some seriously advanced natural language processing to figure out what you really mean. Second, and this is the most important part, it retrieves information. It runs targeted, real-time searches. Third, it takes all those facts it just found and synthesizes them into an answer that actually makes sense. And finally, number 4, it cites its sources so you can follow the breadcrumbs right back to the original document. It's a system built for proof.
And for really complex questions, it gets even smarter. The Pro's search feature isn't just a one-and-done search. Oh no, it actually creates a multi-step research plan on the fly. It looks at the first batch of results and uses that info to ask better, deeper questions for the next round of searches. It just keeps digging.
Now, this whole methodical sources-first way of doing things creates a massive difference between Perplexity and, well, pretty much every other AI out there. It's not a generator, it's an answer engine.
Let's put these two approaches side by side, because this is where it all clicks. Most AIs, their core mission is creativity, it's conversation. Searching for facts is kind of like an afterthought, an add-on. But for Perplexity, retrieval isn't an add-on. It's the whole point. Its mission is accuracy and verification. The goal isn't just a creative response, it's a sourced, verifiable answer.
Okay, so we've established we have this incredibly powerful, accuracy-obsessed answer engine. It's a premium tool for anyone who's serious about research, which brings us to something pretty mind-blowing that we found out about its Pro subscription.
Just think about it for a second. You get access to all these top-tier AI models, you get that advanced multi-step search, and you get answers with citations you can actually check. What do you think a year of a service like that should cost? $2.80. I'm not kidding. Now, the official price is $20 a month, but we found a listing on a huge public marketplace, and this was the going rate for a full 1-year subscription to Perplexity AI Pro. And I know what you're thinking. What's the catch? Well, looking at the details on the marketplace, it seems legit. It's for a full year, it gets applied to your own personal account, it works anywhere in the world, it's even guaranteed for 12 months. And the craziest part? The sales volume. Over 8,300 people have bought it from this one vendor. This isn't some weird one-off glitch. It's a real functioning market price.
So when you combine this high-end, powerful technology with an almost unbelievably low price point, it's more than just a sweet deal. It starts to raise some pretty big questions about the future of knowledge itself.
This chart really nails the situation. Up here, you have this incredible, high-end answer engine technology. Then you have what people perceive it should cost, which is still pretty high. And then, way down here, you have the actual market price. The barrier to entry, the financial wall to getting your hands on top-tier, factual AI, it's basically crumbled.
So, let's wrap this up. What are the big takeaways? 1. Perplexity is an answer engine, not just another chatbot. 2. Its whole architecture is built for accuracy and verifiable sources. 3. This makes it an amazing tool for any kind of fact-based research. And 4, maybe the most surprising thing of all, is that the market has priced Pro Access so low that it signals a huge shift in who gets to use this kind of power.
And that leaves us with one final, really important question to chew on. When getting a reliable, sourced, and accurate answer becomes this cheap, when this kind of power is available to pretty much anyone, how does that change our relationship with knowledge? How does it change the way you learn, the way you work, the way you discover new things? That's something really worth thinking about.